Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to introduce my amazing friend, Michelle Terpstra. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait for us to get in the conversation. So honestly, let's just dive right in. Michelle, tell everyone about you.
Okay, hello everyone, and thank you, Ashley, for inviting me in to speak to your community, your friends, your clients, everybody listening today. I am super passionate about a concept called sales leadership, and I cannot wait to dive into what that means and why it's really important to everyone listening right now. I have a background, 3 Fortune 500s I worked for as a sales leader. I have had my own business now for quite a few years. I've helped nearly 1,000 entrepreneurs over my time. And I am telling you this right now, the biggest, the most important thing in your business is sales.
I could not agree more. And more important than the landing page, more important than social media, all of these things play a role. And that is coming from someone who has been a marketer for 13 years and who runs ads and who believes in ads. But if you don't know how to sell, you can't make any money. So you talk a lot about sales leadership. What does being a sales leader actually mean?
I am so excited to talk about this. But listen, the buck stops at sales. So you could have the most amazing funnels, the juiciest leads, like red hot, ready to go buyers. But if your sales system and your ability to enroll clients on discovery calls, DMs, and all of the different ways that you can communicate in this beautiful online space, like that's where the buck stops. And that's why it's so important. So I want to talk about sales leadership because it's an incredibly important concept that no one in the entrepreneurial space is talking about that I can find. And I am here to literally disrupt the industry over it. What I am tired of seeing is reliance on sales scripts, manipulative tactics, bro tactics, people fearing asking for the sale because somebody told them sales was sleazy like years ago and they believed it. Like all of these things, right? Like I am here to stop it. And I know that I cannot stop it by just going, hey, Ashley, would you like my discovery call framework? That doesn't stop it. Does it help you? 100%, which is why I sell it, right? But the thing is that true inner transformation into a sales leader is way beyond a framework. It is the most beautiful thing that I can explain. And let me be specific here. So what it means is when you become a sales leader, you are 100% independent. And I really want to focus on this word because the thing is that when you have true independence in your business, you can do anything you want. You can sell any offer. You can change your offer. You could just throw that business out, start another one. You're still successful. You have the ability to gain buy-in on your ideas, your mission, your vision, your products, your offers. You are literally unstoppable with the skills of what it looks like to become a sales leader. And sales leadership is taught. No one is born a sales leader. And I want to be really, really clear because a lot of people say, well, Michelle, it's probably easy for you. You were born that way. I was like, oh, I have been through every major corporate training underneath the sun. Spent 10 years cold calling in stilettos, going up and down stairs in elevators, traveling on airplanes, and now I teach it to entrepreneurs. It is learned, my friends, and I know how to teach it. And I am so excited to disrupt the entire industry and start to certify these impact-driven entrepreneurs that are probably listening right now in sales leadership.
That's absolutely amazing. I heard so many gems, but one of the things I have a question about is these women and that these people that you've helped. What are some of the things that you find to be a pattern that people are going through, that us entrepreneurs and CEOs are going through when it comes to sales? What are the kind of things that you just see all the time that just are just like, no, if you had this or you had this skill, it'd be over?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's really good. It is your ability to read and react to people. Read and react. That is sales in literally read and react, 3 words.
I
Okay.
love that.
It is so freaking powerful. It means right now I can read your body language. I can anticipate probably your next question. If I was on a live selling something, I'm in the chat and I see what's happening. I can feel the energy. When I'm on a discovery call, I am listening because sales leaders, friends, they listen a lot more than they talk. So for that introverted entrepreneur that's saying, I can't sell, I want to tell you, you actually have all of the gifts more naturally naturally than an extrovert, but we could go on that tangent forever, okay? Because you're listening. So when you are able to ask powerful, open-ended, client-centric questions, all of the answers come out and you have the ability to read and react. Once you can read and react, then you are given the permission to enroll clients into your programs, your offers, your services, or gain buy-in just on your vision in general. It's such a beautiful thing.
That's amazing. We've seen all of the things that, and I feel like I say this to some of my friends, I'm like, we grew up in the online marketing space where everybody was doing these webinars and then people were doing, whatever, like lead magnet, freebie, value ladder, ascension plan, whatever. I feel like we grew up in this 2017 till now, like we grew up in the online marketing space with everybody telling us, oh, you need a lead magnet. Oh, you need to do this webinar or nobody's going to buy from you. Oh, well, you need an SLO funnel and you need a $17 offer, then 27, then 47, then 87 and 597 and put zeros on the end, but no, put sevens on the end. It's like we've grown up listening to all of these things and what really matters, like what are the stories and the lies and all of the things that are just not true.
Okay. So first of all, I think that when this industry was created, that all of that stuff was supposed to be created to make it easier to make money, right? Yeah. So it was well-intentioned. It was like, oh, I can sleep while someone buys my SLO, right? That sounds better. I'm not trading time for money anymore. Right. So, and I do think that a lot of those things still work, but you have to complete everything 120%. You can't kinda advertise an SLO, right? You can't kinda lean on these strategies. You can't dabble, because then all you do is create surface level impact, right? Right. So I feel like the lie that has been perceived as true is that you can just kind of do all the things and get all the results. And what I have seen and what I believe is that most entrepreneurs in our space are not going deep enough in their efforts to see long-lasting results. And I feel like that is shiny object syndrome and just moving from one program to another too quickly and not integrating what you've learned is really what is keeping people from having the success that they want. So if you want to really learn sales, you need to go all in on sales. It's I am dedicating myself to understanding how to influence and impact through my words and my nonverbal cues and the way that I communicate with people. That needs to be your focus. Do it 120%. And it'll be there for you forever.
That's so deep. I feel like a lot of us have bounced from offer to offer when we're like, oh, this one didn't work. Oh, somebody is doing a challenge. I did a webinar. Let me add my challenge. Or, oh my gosh, I see quizzes and well, somebody else is doing a quiz. Let me do that. Or they have an SLO or they have a tripwire. Oh, well, now people are doing VIP days. Let me do that. And it's people are not sticking with something long enough for it to work. So I definitely see that.
And you have to be disciplined as an entrepreneur, right? And it's hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here on my pedestal oh, I've never succumbed to shiny object syndrome. That would be a lie, right? We've all done it. You just have to realize when you do it and try not to do the same thing twice, right?
Exactly. Oh my goodness. That's so good. Okay. So, and everyone else is seeing all of the things that everyone is doing. How can you release people from some of the mistakes that they have made or not even made, but feel like they've made or feel down about themselves when it comes to sales or not hitting their goals and things like that?
Oh my gosh. I love that question. The way you framed it, to release. Oh, that's so powerful. And I want to give everybody listening permission to release any guilt or shame or regret, because I will tell you, if you can't release those feelings, it will forever impact your business. So it is crucial that you do so. And I want to give you this visual. If you have a puzzle with 1,000 pieces, and the puzzle represents your business. And each time you take a course or you complete something in your business or you learn something, you're putting down puzzle piece after puzzle piece after puzzle piece, right? So it's all working towards the end goal of a completed puzzle, right? But sometimes it's really difficult to know what order to put the pieces down, where they go, why I should put this one down, and where the heck is that one piece I lost, right? You're have you ever had a puzzle and you can't find the last piece?
Yes, actually.
It's oh my God, what's happening? And I really feel like sales is usually the last piece. And the reason why is because there are these lies about what sales really is in this industry that everyone's avoiding it like the plague. Everyone is avoiding it. And so if you stop avoiding it and you embrace it, you can build that business you want. You can have the SLO. You can have the VIP offer. You can have all the things because now you're a sales leader and you can literally activate and sell anything you want at any time. Mm-hmm. And I want to be clear that by last piece, that doesn't mean you have to have all of these other things in place before you learn sales. I'm just saying that it is often what people try to make the last piece of the puzzle. And I would love to see less wait so long because I will tell you, I work in multi-7-figure businesses as a consultant, and then I help solopreneurs with my group coaching program and my VIP days. I see the gamut, okay? And if you don't figure out selling now, it will haunt you regardless of what level you get to. It will eventually catch up with you, 100%. So don't let it catch up to you. Like figure it out now. It'll be so much easier to get to the top of whatever your financial or lifestyle goals are.
And especially if you have what I call vast visions and grand goals, this is something that you need to master now. And if anything, sales should absolutely never be the last piece. It should, if anything, be the first piece or as close as to the beginning as possible.
Yes.
And I love that.
I would love that. That sounds great. But I usually have to encourage people to be like, this is actually where you need the help.
Yeah. And I think it's a lot of time because we come into our businesses thinking that we're great at what we do, expert in our field, which we are.
Yeah.
But no one ever taught us necessarily how to sell. And I had the privilege of working with salespeople within billion-dollar businesses and companies. And so I was able to understand that a lot of sales is really just a conversation. And like you said, it's listening and reacting properly. And I think that I know it's missed. And I know that you have some great content. I can't wait. I want everyone to go follow Michelle because she's got some great content on what not to say in sales calls. It's so great. And one of the things is I think, right? I think was one of them. And I just said it. I heard it when I said, oh my God, no. But yeah, so please go check out her content. But also I have one more question, and it's, why does it make the person who is having the sales conversation feel sleazy?
Because of stories that they've believed. People have said it enough, and they have probably had experiences with somebody who's sleazy and selling them something. Like I can think of 2 specific interactions with service providers that I've considered working with over the term of me being an entrepreneur that I was like, you do realize I'm an ethical sales coach, right? Like I've had to stop them in their tracks. Mm-hmm. And so if I can stop them in their tracks, but most other people can't. So then they start to believe this is the only way. Mm-hmm. So it's learned behavior and it's learned knowledge. Mm-hmm. And you can be better, stronger, more resilient, more independent by learning how to be a sales leader and how to identify conversations like that. Because if enough of us say, no more, it won't happen anymore. And unfortunately, there's a core group of people that are still teaching like hardcore enrollment, pushy, manipulative, in my opinion, sales tactics. And, they probably have a bigger marketing budget, so they get to some people first, right? Mm-hmm. So like, that's why I'm so mission driven. It's why I have a huge ambassador program, because my vision is to stop that stuff in the tracks. Because I will tell you what happens is that if you choose to use those tactics, you will get sales. Probably not what you thought I was going to say, right? So the thing is they work. That's why they keep being done, right? And that's why people are scared not to use them, okay? But this is the thing. The repercussions of using it happen after the sale. So what happens is people start talking about you, okay? First one. Second is that you end up not putting their clients have a lower success rate because they now feel unsafe. Okay? They're like, oh, I was manipulated into a sale. Now I'm not going to trust any of your teaching. I'm not going to follow what you're telling me to do because I feel like I was like taken for one, right? Yeah. And it usually takes like probably a week or 2 for buyer remorse to happen. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's when it starts to happen. So if you want to have great client success stories, if you want to have raving fans, perhaps an ambassador program like I have, and see your clients actually have results, you have to rise above that type of business, that type of sales tactics.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And I feel like it aligns so much, especially when you talk about the independence, because being able to rise above provides you with the independence. And the independence is not just being free from doing the minuscule things in your business, but it's truly just the freedom, like the true freedom of being able to switch, to pivot, to provide for yourself or your family and provide the lifestyle that you always envisioned that your business could provide for you. And I think that's absolutely amazing and beautiful and what we all want. And I think as women, I've heard that, and I think I heard it from you, that women naturally have sales skills, but we think we don't. And because we are nurturing, because we listen and things like that. So I think that's amazing. So thank you so much, Michelle. This was great.
Yay! Thank you so much, Ashleigh.
Of course. Ciao, everybody.